it's not cold. I don't know why. I feel this way. I just feel kind of, I don't know if you ever get that feeling. Kind of snuggly. It's like when you're in bed, you want to snuggle up. Maybe I feel kind of content. I feel confident. It's, okay, got to tell you, it's Monday morning, Labor Day. It is 6:45, so the sun, I'm whispering because it's dark out. It's why is it dark? I'm not used to being up at this hour. And I feel really good. I've already gotten past the hump, and got good night's rest last night. Went to sleep early. I had dinner early. Fell asleep right away. Had no turbulence sleeping. I was also beginning, even though I was beginning to write the next chapter, and formulating what's going to happen with that this morning, and not quite the rest, but I think that's going to fall into place because what's happening is I start to some of these chapters just started to. I thought I was going off into a different direction. I thought had to start there, but I didn't, and so something created itself, which I think is good. I'm pretty sure it is good, but I now am at the tertiary stages of this, this and this, and I'm going to, like I said, it's 6:45 now, and I'm going to just do like I did yesterday and take my time, have some coffee, start thinking, and maybe to actually take a shower. See, I'm wearing it. I slept in this shirt last night, partly out of tradition, partly because I'm lazy, but I'll wash myself up, unless I feel like I'm ready to go. If I feel like I'm ready to go, I'll go, and otherwise, yeah, I'll just take it slow and easy, and I think by the end of all of this, I'll be able to give you some good advice. Oh, that reminds me, I left a note for myself to tell you something that is kind of important, and most of you writers know this already, but it bears repeating. Save your work while you're as you go, and the way that I do it, I have computers set up, and they're linked in a network. My writing desk is in the next room, and it's linked to this computer here. So I write a chapter, and then I save it. Make sure you hit save, especially if there's a thunderstorm coming, and you think maybe you're going to lose power, which you should really unplug from the power supply if there's thunders, if you hear thunder. But you save it, which you're not going to do, because I don't myself, And then all of a sudden I come to the end, I go, oh yes, and then you get into a procedure. Here's my procedure, and I have a log of each writing information, and you just have a routine where you save it, and then on this machine, and then if you have you got to save it on, then you back it up somewhere else. You hit save. I use Microsoft Word, save as, and then you find another spot on the other computer and save it there. After you edit it, go back and edit it, make sure it's done. and you're ready to say, okay, I'm ready to close the book on this one and start the next one, after you edit. That's very important, because otherwise you're going to have two copies of it, and if you don't do that first, then you have a bad copy over there that's not edited, and it kind of defeats the purpose. So then if you don't have a second computer on a network, get a thumb drive, put it on there, put on your thing. And if you don't have that, I don't know what to tell you. There's probably a cloud or something. It has to be in two places, in case something goes wrong, which happened yesterday with me. If you remember, I was saying, oh, you lose your work. Oh, that is such a disaster. It kind of almost happened to me yesterday, I think it was, maybe the day before. And what happened, well, here's another thing, is the other part, is after what I do is, and maybe other people say, just don't do this, Clark. You won't have this problem. But when I finish this chapter 10, let's say, and you go, okay, it's all saved onto the other drive, and you have it on this one, the one you're working from. And then what I do is, the next chapter, I will take the existing chapter and click Save As, and then it's chapter 11. Then I save it as chapter 11. And that maybe some people might think, don't do that. That's a bad idea. I guess but I want to keep the same. I want to keep the same formatting, and it's easier for me to do it that way. And also, what I'll do is I might cut everything out of the chapter that I just did. I just did chapter 10, let's say, in this example. So I just cut out everything, and maybe I leave the last part of it or the front part, just to sort of have something to look at as I begin typing the next chapter, because you do want them to flow together. And so you do save as, and then you change the chapter number and everything, and then you start typing. So the danger with that is that you forget to, before you start typing, and this is what I did the other day. Before you start typing, you have to save as the next chapter. And to my horror, I was all the way done, or midway done through the next chapter, and I realized I didn't save as the new chapter. So I had just overwritten everything, chapter 10, and I was like, but thank God I had saved it on the other device. So I was golden, and I just went back, retrieved, did the save as of the mangled one, chapter, actually I think it was chapter 13, imagine that, and yeah, it was chapter 13, and I said, crap, so then I took what was now chapter 14, the save as, number 14, and then I closed it, and then I went over to the chapter 13, the backup copy, opened that up, then I did save as to my working computer, and then in Microsoft Word it goes, wait, do you want to replace, there's one there that says 13 already, do you want to replace it? And I said yes. So I replaced it, and so that was messed up, and of course I had already done the save as 14, so 14 was there on both computers, and so when I overwrote 13 on the old number 13, you do this very carefully. You make sure you do twice to look, and then the chapter 13 was restored to the original computer. Okay, you computer geeks out there, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody has their own thing. Maybe they just start fresh on a fresh piece of file with nothing on it. That's probably a smarter thing to do. But just the point is, while you're working, save your work. and then save it on a backup, and unplug your computer if there's a thunderstorm. All right, good lesson, something good to learn. I'm going to feel like I'm going back to bed a little, but nah, I'm good. I'm golden. Not to worry about. Don't worry about me. I know you are. Okay, I'll see you in a few hours, and hopefully by then I'll be pretty much wrapped up and ready to just do a final edit. Okay.